Hello and welcome to everybody live on stream. We're just doing some practicing before the event.
Hello.
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 How are you today?
I'm good, thanks. How about you?
I'm good. Happy to rain.
Right.
And we have one extra person on the multiplayer lobby. Mercer Frey.
Yeah, I've just tried to say hellos, but I don't know if anyone's going to see it. We'll see.
Okay.
He's yellow, but he's not. He's not on the list. Oh, yes, he is. No, he is. He's from Ukraine.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be fun. Hopefully he joins Discord as well.
Maybe he's already in, we just haven't seen him.
Yeah.
I feel mouse is on my tail. I don't like it.
We should have somebody called Cap.
So I need to make a new account.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did some playing around with physics and stats this morning, and this track is 268 meters.
268 meters.
Yeah.
These guys, that's a battery if you had a real mod.
Oh yeah. I mean, if this was like a real sports hall, then it would not last, would it? And the Mills one, Little Mill, is 70 and a half meters to do a lap.
Wow.
Which is interesting.
I wonder how it is measured, like the distance.
So
Is it like in a straight line or?
no, we measured it because there is actually at the moment no way. Well, if there is, I don't know it. I have asked the question. What we've done is Holly, so Mouse went around the entire track at a constant speed, and then we did the calculation of speed, her average speed, and the time it took, and then based on that you can get distance in meters. So knots turns it into nautical miles, and then from nautical miles you've got to turn it into meters.
Okay, I understand. I wonder.
So it's not 100%, but as a general calculation based on the number of gates in a track, we can actually find out now through different tracks how well people do.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Obviously there's going to be nuances, like with ladders that are 4 between ladders that are 3, like step ladders compared to big ladders, and small corkscrews to big corkscrews, etc. But we wanted something just to see if we can incorporate how people do with tracks, because just gives me more to talk about on the stream then, more stats.
Also, I think some people kind of travel less distance than others. Like for example, if you're way tighter around the gates.
Oh yeah, you'll do less.
In theory, you kind of travel less, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right?
that is right, and that's taken into account when the in the calculation, because we get the AI to do the calculation.
Yeah, it would be amazing to see like the distance traveled per person. Like that would be. Actually,
Yeah, that'd be a really cool stat, actually. I'd be interested.
I don't know if it's possible, but yeah, it would be pretty cool. Like you can measure how tight people are around the track, or maybe how optimal their lines are. Yeah.
So you can. There is a plot that does that, but at the moment it doesn't show the gate, and that's what we want it to do. So if we go to, on the stream, if we go to flight recorder and then show plot, you've actually got the track, and if you can see that on the stream if you're watching it.
I can see it, yes.
But it would be really helpful if you could see. For me, it'd be helpful if I could see other people's, for one, whilst we're streaming, so we can see the difference and overlap, overlay them different colours, so we can actually see what each pilot is doing. Because you can see I'm wide on that line, quite wide on that line, but it'd be good if we could actually see the actual gates and where they're placed. Obviously that's a corkscrew, because you can tell that's a corkscrew, but that's not very tight. But I reckon your plot, Phobos, will be much tighter than what mine is.
Yeah.
And then you've
also,
got...
If you can click on the height track, you can also...
Yeah.
Can you click on that?
I recall.
Okay, you can see the height that the drone was traveling at as well. So you can have everything, basically. If you kind of... yeah.
I think it's really interesting, especially this one. But again, I can only see my own, and it'd be really good to see other people's.
Moreover, what I think is you only can see your kind of best attempt, right? You cannot see your last attempt.
No.
Unless you kind of deleted the ghost and recorded it again.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm not...
If you delete your ghost, it does actually get rid of it off the time. I'm not 100% certain, but I think it does.
Yeah. Oh shit, I left that and I don't think anyone had finished. I'll make sure people finish this time.
Gate 1, Gate 2, Gate 3, Gate 4.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what is recorded in the back end and what's recorded locally. Because obviously the plot is only on your system and it's part of the actual program, then there's no way that I can get hold of it. But if the plot is kind of available on the server, then that'd be stuff that I can grab and then show people this is why someone is faster.
Yeah.
Trying to get it for 2 weeks, because when you do the mill and everyone's got the same speed, that's going to be fascinating to see people's lines,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That is so cool, Lazy. But other things I think we can calculate is average speed, for example.
Yeah,
If we know the distance.
I've done that, and there's a few problems with calculating that at the moment. But I have, what I'm trying to do is have it so that each time a new race comes in, stats are already calculated and basically placed in front of me, so I can actually talk about, okay, this is race 2. So whilst you guys are preparing for the next race, I've got actually something to talk about and then to show people. So that's the idea. But I had limited time this week. But I did fix what was broken last week. So.
Okay, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And Holly and I tested it yesterday and this morning. So I definitely know it's working.
Nice. That's pretty damn cool.
And we added the difference between race pilots as well. It's just a shame that I can't get lap information. Again, I'm waiting to find out if that's only local or if that's transmitted back to the server.
Okay.
Just a gate.
Even with that personal best, I'm still 10 seconds off Rich.
Congrats, mate.
Yeah, I was running some stats on old races actually from last year, not last year, the year before, 2021. That's it, 2023 now. And there I was getting average speed which is quite interesting. I could also get the fastest that somebody went, but again, it's not over the lap, it's fastest over the entire 3 laps, which is a shame. But it tells you what it was. I think it was 18. Again, we have to convert it to make sense, because obviously the sim does it in knots, and I've been doing it in meters per second. So
so you have to convert it. Yeah. Another nice stat we could kind of take a look at would be consistency.
yeah.
So
Oh, mine's going to be down the toilet.
Well, that's one of the things it's going to be doing. One of the issues that we have with it is that we don't have. Well, we're starting from. Well, actually, starting from when we restarted a couple of weeks ago, months ago, it's now recording all that and saving it to a database. So we can now extract any track and any event and any pilot and grab information like consistency, which is why I wanted to find out the meters, because if you do a track that's similar in meters but different number of gates, for example. So my controller's gone back to oh no, it hasn't. Yeah, anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm hoping that once we've got some actual data and more race information, we can then look at a load of racers and say, right, okay, this pilot did this with tracks that were this sort of meterage, and then they did this on this sort of meterage, which is why I wanted to know the actual distance. Is Yellow still going around? That's what I didn't want to cut him off.
Don't start for a second, I'm just finding a hard drive so that I can record my POV.
I actually found like a small recording I did 2 years ago on this particular track when I was racing with Rich. So yeah, I can
That
share it
sounds
with you
awesome.
guys later.
Oh, that'd
Mm.
be good. I was gonna say, I don't know how useful it's gonna be, but I'm gonna record my POV for this, and I might upload it to YouTube or something, just there so I come listed.
Right, it's 8 o'clock anyway, so we need to get started.
Okay, so I head over to the pits then.
Yeah. Let's go to the pits. Okay, Mercer did finish. Right, let's just see if I can message him. Which I can't remember how I did. Oh, I think I got to end it first.
Pilots, race is now over.
And then that changes back to
Alright.
that. And then I can say... I messaged him so that he knows that we're going to the events. I don't know if that mouse, does that come up on your screen when I type?
Yeah, I can. Well, I can see it on the stream.
Yeah, I don't know if other people do.
Hello, I can
Phobos.
just see Phobos saying hello. That's all I can see.
On the stream.
Oh no, yeah, on the stream I'm talking about. When I type this, do you see this? Did it come up anywhere on your screen?
Oh, right, yeah, I got you.
No.
Oh,
The first one did, but the others haven't.
okay.
I think it only comes up if you have that menu.
Oh, we're starting now?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know.
No, that's right. Well, I was trying to get out of Mercer because Mercer's joint. Actually, are you even in here, Mouse?
He left.
I'm
He
gonna-
just left. I could see.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's about to turn. That's why I've added you now. I'm wondering if he's going to actually join. I'm just waiting for him to go green. Oh, he's not green. See, this is the thing that's such a shame because there's no way of telling people. Do you know what I mean? It's
Maybe on the home screen for events they should say starts in and like a countdown time of 10, 4, 3, so they don't have to worry about time zones. They just know how many hours it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Need to
And
do something.
begins in X hours.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Yeah.
That would be. 'Cause then they don't have to worry about figuring out their time zone. They just know, oh, I'm free in 8 hours. I can race.
Oh, it's a shame because he was on multiplayer and you might not know what events are, because there's just nothing. Hang on, he's not in Discord, is he? Let's just have a look
No,
to see.
it's not. Doesn't seem like it.
I wonder how he found us.
Looking on the multiplayer thing. Maybe he was waiting for someone.
Let me just go to server settings. Members. No. No one's joined by that name. Oh. I've got 3 viewers. Is that you guys?
Yeah,
I'm
one of them.
Yeah,
is
I'm one of them.
me.
Okay, that's all of you then. I wasn't sure if any of them was going to be him. I just want to quickly just check one quick thing, just out of interest, whether he is. So I don't know how people find me, or how they register. I don't know if they just click on the events bit and then on the actual sim and then find one and then just join it, or if they find us a different way. And I remember doing the. Which one are we doing?
The only way that you can join is through them, isn't it?
It is to join, but you can just looking for comments. There's also a link that you can click and you can register from a browser as well. But I don't think it works quite as well. No, it's not there. Okay, I just wanted to check. Right, let's just load the event on my little system. Such a shame. Right. Qualifying, we're going to stick to just one because we don't need that, and we need fastest together, so don't get confused with the colours. So we'll do that. Let's create the one round because everyone's going to get through. And let's invite you in. Okay, so we've got Phobos in red, Viper in green, Mouse in blue, and Galaxy in white. So we'll
we'll have white color, nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right, while they're just doing that, we'll just go over to this screen so we can actually see their current times on this particular track. So we've got Phobos who's done it in his best time. This is in practice, so it's not in any race mode. It's just when he's playing and fly solo. 1 minute 59.95 seconds. Galaxy is in 2 minutes 13.
Did 2:10 on the warm-ups.
You did. Mouse has done it in 3:19. Kev in 3:28, me in 3:29, very close. Viper is in 3:52. So we'll see how we get on. Oh, okay, there you go. Right, let's just start this bad boy off.
Pilots.
And we're going to jump into the blimp, and we'll just see them go around.
Have fun, guys. And girl.
Off they go. So green is Viper. who is in acro. Phobos in red is also in acro. And then you've got white and blue who are in stable. Well, I say blue, it could be blue or purple, whichever one you like.
Oh, we said the other week it's going to be called Blurple. New purple.
Blurple. Okay, I shall remember
Blurple.
that. So mouse is blurple.
If Discord can do it, so can we.
All right, let's have a look at the splits and see. There we go. 29 for the first lap for Phobos in qualifying. 43 for Galaxy. Mouse in 57. And then we've got Viper just coming down now through the weird gate. 124. Okay, so we've got our benchmarks on how they do each lap. So we'll see if they improve of those as we go through the races.
I probably won't, but we'll see.
Phobos 156.
Wow.
Ooh.
Galaxy 26.
I'll take that.
Yeah, PB based on the practice times. Not for Phobos though, but for Galaxy.
Phobos is just always fast.
And we've got mouse just coming through the cat's eyes. Do you see at the bottom? And then down the terrible ladder. Ladder of confusion, I think we should call it. As I kept on going through it the wrong way. And mouse comes in on... she missed. 257. Oh, that's a PB. Because on the practice boards it was 3 minutes 19 was her fastest. So she's got a PB as well in qualifying. So well done to mouse as well. And then what we'll do is we're going to jump in with Viper, who is an acro. Still getting to grips with acro. Takes quite a bit of time, muscle memory, when you're used to playing the sim in stable.
Oh yeah, for sure. It takes effort.
Oh yeah, no, definitely takes a long time. Nicely done. Into the finish. And 357. Not sure that is a PB, but we'll find out.
I kept hitting the ladders going up.
Viper 352. So you're just off a PB.
5 seconds off, yeah.
Okay. Let's end that. Now we tend to sometimes get graphics and sometimes we don't. It's a little bit hit and miss at the moment on whether we get graphics or not. But by the looks of it, on this occasion, we're not. But when we were practicing earlier, we were. And I'm wondering if it might have something to do with tracks, you know.
Or maybe with the number of qualifying rounds.
It might be that as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. But just whilst we're doing the rest, we can just take a look at the last race, which was between Phobos and GLXY, and you can see what you did there. So in race 1, Phobos was in 1 minute 57, very similar to what you just did. Galaxy was in 26, about just under 27 seconds behind, 2 minutes 24. Race 2, 158. Hello, just updated. 158. 158. 45 seconds, a little bit slower than the last race for Phobos on last week. Galaxy took 2 seconds off, but we're still 24 seconds behind Phobos. Again, Phobos 2 seconds off. I mean, what you're looking at is for this race time to always be minus figures. If you get minus figures every race, then you know that you're doing a good job. Simple as that. Apart from that one, because Phobos did just under 5 seconds addition on that particular one. He's actually over 2 minutes on that one, which is very rare for Phobos on this track. And you can see there his practice, best practice one was 1 minute 49. So it'd be interesting to see where we are on this one. So let's
probably won't reach that time. Yeah.
Let's get it started. Right, we are going to ram through these, but we are going to do a test at the same time. So let's go. Create the heats.
Let's have some fun.
Good luck to everybody. Let's invite them in, and we will check them out. Good luck. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to watch. We've muted ourselves from the pilot so they can crack on and they can talk, and then more importantly they can concentrate. What we're going to do is we're just going to make sure that we've got the cameras all working, and we do, so that's good. So we're going to start. So good luck, let's go. Let's get cracking. We're going to jump in straight away actually with Phobos. This is Phobos's point of view. So let's just watch as he goes down the first lap. Oh, again, Galaxy always gets a good start. And of course, Galaxy's in stable mode, which means you can't do a complete turn. Well, you can do a complete turn, but you can't, go upside down. Over the corkscrew, Phobos go through the first barn doors into the second barn doors, heading now straight into the cat's eyes as he goes in nice and smooth down the ladder of confusion, as I like to call it. And then we're going to do his first lap. There he is, 38 seconds, much quicker. We're going to jump in now with Galaxy. Oh, Galaxy's just done it on 42 seconds. Okay, who's next? Okay, we're looking at Mouse now as she goes through the gates of confusion. And she does it in 54 seconds for the first one. Now remember what we said, it was for Phobos it was 39, Galaxy 43, Mouse 57, and 124 for Viper. So for their lap, so we've got a base mark of what we're expecting them to do each lap. Viper goes at 117, which is faster than qualifying, so he is getting faster already with this. We're going to jump in now. We're back into Galaxy as he comes round. See how smooth again. You'll notice just from looking at them and how they use a drone, the difference between acro and stable. Because Galaxy has got a limit on how much he can turn, basically, and Phobos doesn't. He's got full control of the drone. There he is, 155 for his first lap, and we can see Galaxy's quite a few seconds behind, as he's just going through the cat's eyes now to get finished down the ladder. Very nice. 2:15. Straight through. Now watch your mouse as she goes through the corkscrew into the barn doors, into the cat's eyes. Let's just take a quick look at where Viper is. Viper's just coming to his final lap now. Coming around, heading into the I don't know what to call that, confusing up ladder. Let's just check back with Mouse as she goes down the ladder of confusion into the final part. Let's watch her finish and do 56 for Mouse. Back in with Viper as he's just coming now into the uneven eyes. Oh, she's got a very shiny floor, so it can put you off sometimes, that shiny floor, gotta be honest. Nice, into the corkscrew. Round we go. There we go. Into the barn doors. And what we're expecting is for everyone to get a little bit faster each race. So that's the expectation. Now we normally do the same track on the Wednesday and then on the Sunday, just to so we can be comparable. But obviously Viper couldn't make it and Mouse couldn't make it on the Wednesday, so those are not on it. There we go. Viper's in 3:53. Well done.
Pilots, race is now over.
Race is now over. Okay, we're going to skip straight on to the second one because we don't need to see any of the results just yet because, well, basically there won't be any. So we're just going to go straight into race 2. Because why not? There we go. Everybody is lined up nicely, as you can see. So this is race 2. So obviously Phobos won on that one, so he got the full 8 points. Galaxy got the 7 points. Mouse got the 6, and Viper got the 5. Okay, let's start this bad boy off. And I think what we're going to do this time is we're going to go through the cameras because I like the cameras. I just got to remember how we start. So I think it's 1, 3, 2, 4, I think, but we'll see. And what we're going to do is we're going to watch, who should we watch? We'll start with Galaxy. Here we go. Let's start this race. Let's get it going.
10 seconds.
Galaxy is pretty quick. So we're going to see how they get on. And off Galaxy always gets a really good start as he's coming around into the even iron, but you can just see there how close and how tight Phobos is in comparison as he goes down through, back down to the side of the ladder. Oh, he just bumped already. And he starts to come round through the funny eyes, round and through, straight into the corkscrew, nice and smooth as he goes through there. Round to the barn gates, and then we're going to see him now as he goes through the cat's eyes, through the cat's eyes and through. Whoa, nearly hit the camera. Straight round, and then we're back again. Now let's just jump in with let's just follow Phobos as we do the same thing again. Up the ladder, straight across, back down the ladder on the other side. Look how close he is to the side of the gate. You make up so much time doing that. Now dancing through the funny eyes, I don't know what else to call it, into the corkscrew. As you can see, you can do flips, which you cannot do in stable mode. As you go into the cat's eyes, round you go, into the final ladder down, nice and smooth as you go around. Look how fast that is, ridiculously fast. Now we're going to jump in with Mouse as she goes round now. Into the corkscrew. Again, stable mode, you notice a difference. You just don't have that much turn in stable mode. Through the barn doors, looking nice, into the cat's eyes. We'll change cameras so we can just watch her go through the cat's eyes, up to the top, and straight round. Whoa, that was wide. Nearly broke the cameraman's face. I think his neck just fell off. That was incredible. Oh, little bump, but that doesn't matter. Through again, straight down. Oh, and round. Nearly got lapped. There we go. Phobos 156. Let's jump in with Viper. Viper's now just going through the corkscrew. Again, you can notice the angle of the drone because he's in acro mode. He's got full control of that drone. Whereas in stable, obviously you've got a gyro that stops you spinning out and going upside down and all sorts, which you haven't got on acro, which is, you know, quite important. So Viper coming down now. Again, a little bit wide, It's going to cost him on time just being that wide. Round we go. Galaxy does it in 2:07. Round, nice and smooth. Through the gates again. You need to keep it, you know, really, really tight. You're losing about 200th of a second every time you go around those gates really wide. So it's important to try and keep as tight as you can, because then you make up a lot more time. Again, it also depends on the angle of your camera to see how much you actually see. Through the uneven holes, I don't know what else to call them, into the corkscrew. I really need to think of better names. I used to have really good names for these, but I can't remember them. It's an old track that we reused. Flying now through the mouse 255. In through the cat's eyes. You can just see them there. We can actually zoom in as well. Really wide going around the gates. A little bit getting tighter now. Tighter again. Round. Through. Hard right. Hard left. Back round. Soft right. And there you go. 3 minutes 43.
Pilots.
Pretty good
Race is
round.
now over.
Pretty good round. We're going to see now the difference between race 1 and race 2. And then we're going to have a look then to see how exactly they are getting on. Okay, so here we go. We've got race 1 there, which we can see. That's the times that they did. This is their practice time, so out of race mode. 1:55 for Phobos, 2:15 for Galaxy, Mouse 2:56, Viper 3 minutes 51. And you can see how far behind, nearly a whole minute behind Mouse. Mouse is 40 seconds behind Galaxy. Galaxy is 20 seconds behind Phobos. And then here we've got Phobos. He was actually took a little bit longer that time. But on this round, look, Galaxy took 8 seconds off his time. I just updated. Mouse took off 1 minute 55, so she's getting faster. Viper whacking nearly 10 seconds off the last race that he did. So he's getting quicker as well. So these times really do matter. So we're going to jump back in with them now, and then we will find out how they get on with race number 3. So we're going to do the same again, I think. We'll start it. But this time we're going to start with Mouse. As we take off, let's see what sort of start Mouse gets. Very nice. Not that far behind Galaxy. They do have slightly different rates, which does matter with things like this. Mouse now flying down, but you can just see Galaxy and Phobos in the distance going now heading towards the corkscrew. We're still in with Mouse as she starts now going over the uneven into the corkscrew. Very nice. Nice and smooth going around there into the barn doors, round the final barn doors, into the cat's eyes. Oh, just a little bump. But you've got to go back for it, otherwise it's a 15-second penalty. If you miss a gate in race mode, it's a 15-second penalty. If you start before the beep start, it's a 2-second penalty. Ooh, bit of a flyabout, but there she goes. Let's just check out the times. 38 seconds for the first lap for Phobos, 44 for Galaxy, 58 for Mouse. And let's just jump in now with Viper, as he's coming through as well. And he does it in 1:12, much quicker. Much quicker. He's definitely getting quicker. All right, we're going to jump in now with Galaxy. Let's actually see what Galaxy sees as he comes through. Final lap. We'll keep in. Let's just find out if anywhere near Phobos. Oh, no, Phobos is into the corkscrew. So corkscrew is well over the middle. Galaxy coming down. Now he's just hitting the uneven gates into the corkscrew. Phobos now coming into the finish. What's he going to do this one in? 1:53 with a somersault at the end. Galaxy in for the cat's eyes. Now going down the final ladder. hard left, hard right, soft right, into the finish, 210. Now in with Mouse as she goes down the green ladder. Doing well. Round. Come around into the uneven gates. Don't know what else to call it. I want to call it that now. Into the corkscrew. Let's just check out where Viper is. Viper's just hit on this final lap now. Going up the ladder. Mouse coming round. Swooping. Beautiful swooping. Through the cat's eyes. Good height. Straight away. Down. Little bit wide. Oh. Missed the gate. Round she goes. Hard right. Hard left. Soft left. In we go. 258. We'll carry on with Viper now. As he goes through. Through the corkscrew. Now heading now towards the barn doors. Into the cat's eyes. I'm not quite sure why it keeps trying to show Viper as that, because he's not that. There he is. And we're in the wrong camera. There we go. Randy goes a little bit wide. Through the gates. Soft right. And he is in. 3 minutes 41. I don't think that's his quickest time. I think his quickest time was oh, it is. It is. His last time was 3:43. He's now on 3:41. Mouse is a little bit out. He's a bit out as well. But Phobos is doing better on 1:53.
Pilots, race is now over.
So we are halfway through the races. And let's just update these. There we go. And one thing that I just wanted to check whilst I can. There we go. So this is a new screen that I'm still testing out, but this actually we can compare events basically. So it's the same track. Obviously we can only compare both pilots that were actually there. So Phobos, you can see on the first three, event 2 and event 1. So event 1 is today, and then event 2 was what we did on Wednesday. So you can actually the difference on races, as you can see they are on all races so far. On the first three, because that's what we've done on this one, he is quicker. Obviously we haven't got a time there yet, so that doesn't make sense, but you can see that he's quicker this time than it was last time. And again, quite a big difference it looks like from the race that Galaxy had on Wednesday to what he's having today. So that's a new screen that we're still playing with, but it's going to be interesting to compare events, especially when it's the same tracks as well. So we are still playing with that. And then obviously we can see now race 3, Phobos still wins it. 17 seconds though, so Galaxy caught up on that one, and he actually did, even though that he did he catch up? It looked like he caught up, but he didn't. He was only 11 seconds behind in race 2, well 12 seconds pretty much, 18 seconds behind on this one, and on race 3, with the exception of Phobos and Viper, who took another 2.5 seconds ish off his race, Mouse and Galaxy both took 3 seconds additional time. Right, race 4, let's kick it off. Good luck. We're going to start with the blimp again this time, I think, just to mix it up a little bit. We like to mix it up a little bit. And they are off. Galaxy, not such a good takeoff that time, but a very good one for Mouse. Viper not far behind as they start going up the ladders. Galaxy chasing down Phobos. Mouse chasing down Galaxy. Oh, very wide going through there. Viper chasing down Mouse, but again really wide on the first gate. Mouse through the uneven gates. And we're going to see what their splits are. Let's just find out. We know we've got 39 for Phobos, 43 for Galaxy, 57 for Mouse, 124 for Viper. This is race 4. 39 again for Phobos. 39 again. Let's just see what Galaxy comes in. 47. Not as good that time. Let's see if Mouse can do better. 57 seconds. I don't think she's going to do it in 10 seconds. No, she actually hit a gate. So she's not going to make it this time either. 1 minute 1. 4 seconds off on that one. Let's just see where Galaxy comes in. 1 minute 24. Can he do it quicker? He can. 1 minute 11. Great first lap for Viper. Great first lap. Okay. Oh, I went outside. Let's jump in with Mouse as she just goes over the uneven bars. Ooh, wrong one. Into the corkscrew. Very smooth through the corkscrew. In through the barn doors. Into the cat's eyes. Oh, made a boo-boo. Let's quickly switch. Viper's doing the same, I think. He's just managed to go. Oh, did he go through that? I thought he missed that one. Into the corkscrew. Flying round. Smooth, a little bit wide. A little bit wide. Again, 200th of a second. Depending on how wide you go is what you generally lose if you're not tight as possible. I'm going to go into the cat's eyes as he goes through. 1 minute 57 for Phobos. Which is about right. He did 156, 155, 153, now 157. So reasonably consistent as he goes through. Viper, nice and smooth going down there. Galaxy 220. Not his best time. In fact, that's his worst time for the races so far. By a good few seconds as well. Let's check in with Mouse. Mouse is now going for the cat's eyes. Ooh, wrong button. Poor cameraman's going to have heck of a sore neck after this one. In comes Mouse. Nice and quick, nice and smooth. 258. 258 she did last race as well. Not her quickest. I'm trying to get into Viper, but it's not letting me. Oh, I know, because I'm pushing the wrong button. Viper going through the cat's eyes. Oh, we can zoom in as he goes through. Better zoom out on this one, or the cameraman's going to have a real problem. Coming down. I reckon this is going to be a quick one for Viper. Definitely getting quicker on this one. Straight round. What time is he going to do? 3:40. He's just taken another second, nearly a whole second off that last race.
Pilots, race is now over.
So when we're looking at consistency, we are getting it with Viper. Consistently reducing his time every lap and every race. Get the results in on that one. Okay, race number 5. Let's get them in. And what we'll do is we'll quickly, just while they're warming up and practicing their starts, let's just quickly look at that last race. So we can see there 157, nearly 4 seconds slower than race 3 for Phobos. Galaxy nearly 10 seconds slower. Mouse only half a second actually, which is really good. That's not too much to moan about. And obviously with Galaxy, he managed to take just under a second off his time, which is super good. So we can actually see lots of minor figures for Galaxy through each of the races, which is great to see. Okay, here we go. We'll go back to some racing. We're going to start off actually in Mouse's look, because we're going to see how well they all take off. Oh, I think Mouse was asleep. Straight through. Oh, she missed that one. Viper is right there though. Up she goes. Again, you'll notice as we go through each of the pilots, you'll notice that the screen is slightly different, whether you see their props or not. We used to be able to see mouses, so I'm wondering if she's changed her her camera angle, because we used to be able to see them, but now we can't. And she is going super quick when she does go quick. Let's just check the splits. First lap, 39 for Phobos, 48 for GLXY. Look at Mouse now. She is flying. This is going to be her best lap, isn't it? 58 seconds. Not her best lap, but not far off. Got caught on that one. Probably doesn't help that I'm speaking when she's only a few doors away. She can probably hear me. She normally has music on. I don't hear any music. That normally drowns me out. And we'll jump in with GLXY as he goes in. Just waiting for the split from Viper. 128 for Viper's split, which is not his quickest. GLXY nice and smooth. Straight over, back down the ladder. You see how tight GLXY is. It's not always just the actual speed or the rates, it's just how well you can get around gates. 153 for Phobos. So he must have made up some time in lap 2 or 3. He is straight through the cat's eyes. Looking nice as he goes round. Oh, made a boo-boo with that one, but he's done it. 217. Back in with Mouse as she goes down the green gates, heading then towards the uneven gates and then into the corkscrew. We're using the brushless drone on this one, but in 2 weeks we've got a special event where everyone is going to be using the TWR in stable mode. The TWR is the next drone up from the beginner drone. You can't adjust the rates on it. You can't do much with it at all actually, and you can't do it in acro. But every pilot is going to be flying it. So it's going to make for a very interesting race, because having the same rates means that everything is going to come down to who gets the best start and who has the least bumps. And that is it. That is the only difference between the two. What a Mouse. Straight in. Let's jump in with with Viper. He's just going through the corkscrews now. Through the barn doors. Second barn doors. Now into the cat's eyes. Up, round, through the cat's eyes, into the final gate. 3 minutes 30 for Mouse on that one, which is not a good time. And Viper does it on 4:07. Oh dear, that was not a good round. That was not a good round. That was the penultimate. We've got one more round to go. And we'll be able to find out how they're getting on. We can do compare races now for Phobos and GLXY. And yeah, quite interesting to see how they're actually getting on. So for some reason best time is not working, but again we're still working on this. I'm not quite sure why that is not coming in, but we're not coming in their best times, so we can't actually see anything. Actually it's also doing it 3 times, which is a bit weird, so I'm not quite sure why it's doing that either. But it's something that we're working on, so we're going to have more stats coming up over the races. But this is a good one to look at when you want to compare events and how well people do. And it looks like they're doing much better in the second event than they were the first one. Okay, penultimate. No, it's not the penultimate. That was the finishing one. We're now on the last race. So good luck to everybody. Let's invite them in. Just waiting for Viper. I'm not quite sure. You might have had an issue.
Oh, hasn't he noticed I'm not there?
You're not there.
Oh,
yeah,
the Viper's controller turned off. I'm just writing on. Yeah. So please, lazy wait a little bit.
I'm coming back in now.
Okay. I'm gonna
I thought that was
board.
the last one. I thought we were done.
Oh no, 6. I wanted to test.
6.
Yeah, I wanted just to test. There you go. You're in. You're in.
Oh, I thought it was 4, so that was my fault.
No, that's right. No, I probably should have said it was 6. It's just I wanted to see how much we could actually fit on this screen with 6 races, because 6 and 8 are going to be starting to be the norm, really, because then you get much more stats. So that's the idea of it. But one more race.
Cool.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck all.
Okay, we're good to go. Start the race.
Pilots, 10
Let's
seconds.
sit in with Viper as we take off. You can see the angle of Viper's drone looking up like that. So he needs to do quite a lot of throttle and his pitch to actually move forward so he can start looking in a straight line. So he should have a really good speed once he learns rotor control and muscle memory. Oh, there's Mouse just taken off. Oh, he hit the side of the gate. Coming down. Oh, Viper missed that gate altogether. Again, you've got to do it, otherwise you get a 15-second penalty, and nobody wants that. That does not help your stats. And even if you have a missed gate, it doesn't actually tell you on our side. It tells the pilot, but we wouldn't know unless we can work it out based on their time and when they finish, because then we know that if they're 15 seconds out, then everybody else, even though they finish very close to someone else, then we know that they've got a missed gate. They missed 2 gates, then that's 30 seconds. So you don't want to miss gates. If you've got to go back, because someone else might miss a gate, and that could be your chance to get some extra points. Phobos there, already lapping him. I'm going to jump in actually with Phobos, as it's the last one. Watch him going down. Really tight, really smooth. Into the corkscrew. Nice little twist. Through the barn doors. Cat's eyes. Really smooth motion. Back down the ladder. Again, really close, really tight to the gate, and 1:52, which is his fastest of the day. Let's see what GLXY can do. Can he finish quicker than any other race, just like Phobos? Oh, his lowest time is 2:10. No, 2:07. Can he do it in less than 2:07? He can't. 2:07 is still his best time. We're checking with Mouse now. She goes through the uneven gates. Nice and smooth. Into the corkscrew. Again, nice and smooth. Tighter in the last one than she was the others, but still good. Through the barn doors. Through the cat's eyes. Nice and smooth as she goes through there. We are looking at a time that she needs to be of 2:55. She can beat 2:55. Oh, 2:57, close. No cigar though. 2:55 was her best time. That was in race 2 for Mouse. So Viper needs to try and beat his best time, which was 3 minutes 40. If he can beat 3 minutes 40, yep, 3 minutes 40, he's done a great lap. A great race even, not lap. 3 minutes 40. I reckon he might do it, you know. He might do it. 3 minutes 37. He has done it. PB. And brilliant racing.
Pilots, race is now over.
That'll bring everybody back to the laps. There we go.
That was super good.
Well done.
Oh, I'm happy with that. I can go to bed happy now.
Yeah, PB. PB.
Yes, Viper,
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
that was insane.
So we got Viper there. A massive 34 seconds from his last, but then he didn't do very well in his last race, to be fair. But still,
No, I
34
just screwed it up
seconds.
there.
Yeah.
Screwed the fourth race up entirely.
Race 5, again, 33 seconds better for Mouse. 2 seconds better for
on the mouse.
GLXY and Phobos. 1 minute 30 seconds. That's your PB in the race as well. 1 minute 52 for Phobos. That's your quickest time. Mouse's quickest time was in race 2, 2 minutes 55. And it was also Galaxy's fastest as well on 2 minutes 7.
Nice one.
So well done to all that. But for consistency, Viper, you win the cup for consistency of the day, because you have, with the exception of one, which was race 5, which we won't talk about, you have reduced your time every time. So your worst time was the very first one, 3 minutes 53, and then your best time was 3 minutes 32, which is a whopping gap.
Wow.
Yeah,
Whopping gap. So
It's a huge improvement.
yeah, exactly. Really, really good. Which is why we wanted to do the 6 laps, just to see if we can consistently get better.
yeah, but race 5 was our fault. Mine and Galaxy's. Like
What was it?
we put some pressure on Viper and, you know.
Oh.
No, it's my fault. I'm in control of the sticks. It's nobody else but me.
So yeah, yeah, very good. And the stats work this time, which is good. And we're just going to work on this compare the race, but we can work out from there quite simply that you did much better this race than you did on Wednesday, which is good to see as well.
Yeah, we both did.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we are getting
That's
there.
fantastic.
That's awesome.
So we're getting there with it. We are getting there with it. But again, 2 weeks. It is going to be South Wales, Little Mill. It's a 70-meter course with 30 gates, and everyone will be flying the TWR. And as I was explaining before,
So much fun.
the TWR, you cannot change the rates. It is a stable drone only. It's the next one up from the beginner drone, which is super slow. So this is not much faster. So it is very much going to be on who can be the most consistent and who gets the best start, more than anything else, because everyone's going to have the same rates. Everyone can go the same speed. Whatever they do with their sticks, they can't go any faster than anybody else. So it's going to be control more than anything else. So that's going to be a fun thing to watch, and that's in 2 weeks. Again,
It's gonna be great.
Tiny Whip Go is free. You can download it from tinywhipgo.com. You can get it for the PC and for the Mac, and it's a great little sim. You just need a controller, radio controller ideally, and you've got multiplayer, solo. You've got loads of tracks that you can mess around with and learn with. Join events as well, like this one. These are my test events that I was doing before, just to make sure that everything worked. But obviously you've got to register at Tiny Whip Go, and then you've got a store, so you can actually get a few more bits and bobs just to make yourself have more fun. And there's videos as well, so you can actually see what everything does. And you've got a builder pack as well. If you want to build your own tracks like we do, then you've got a track builder that you can do as well. I know it says credits 1,000, but if you just go to buy credits, you can see it's super cheap. 1,000 credits is only £4. And then value for money, 2,300 credits is only £8.50. 5,200 is 18 quid. So the sim is free as well. So it's all to play for. So that is it for the stream. Hopefully we will see you in 2 weeks' time on a Wednesday. You can check us out on Discord. So by all means join us. You can do it by joining Discord or in a browser going to discord.mrlazylegs.com, and that will send you straight to our Discord channel, and in there you'll be able to see Tiny Whoop Go, and the very last of the list of the bits and bobs that I do. So by all means join us, come and have a chat, and get the sim, have a laugh. So until then, thanks for watching the stream. Thanks to the guys and girls, of course, for racing tonight. And we'll be back in 2 weeks for another Grand Slam with the TWR.